welcome back to At Home with Chic and Grace. I'm Kimberly. Today I have something a little different for you guys. As you can see, I'm sitting in my office and I have been working for the last almost 2 months on this new project. Took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Anyhow, I have created a digital planner. You might be wondering why. Well, I don't know about you, but every year I look for the perfect planner to keep my business organized and personal stuff too. And they never have everything I need. So about halfway through the year, I actually stop using them because they're not as functional as I need. And sometimes I don't even make it halfway through the year. And I've tried digital planners and paper planners, and I actually really love a paper planner. And when I started this, I thought I was going to make a printable planner, and I still might for those of you that want that. It would be, I'm not sure where that's going yet. I don't know if it's a printable planner that you'll just be able to purchase and it'll be done for you, or if it's going to be printables that you purchase and you print off yourself. That was the direction I was going in the beginning. However, things always change. That's just the thing with like having a creative mind, right? So as I started this, I thought, I think that I like to have everything on my iPad. I use a Goodnotes app with this digital planner. I can use that on my Mac. I can see this on my phone. You can use it on your phone, but it's not as user-friendly on there, but you can see at least what's going on. It works as that notebook, that place to house all the thoughts and ideas that I have. And I'm going to show you all of this once I turn the camera down onto my iPad and we'll get going. But I just wanted to share a little bit of why I did this. So instead of having sticky notes everywhere that I lose, and oh my goodness, you should actually see my pile of sticky notes that is waiting to get put into this planner, or lists of paper. And because I have a little office area in my creative studio, like my craft room, there's sticky notes there, there's lists there, but now everything is together. Everything is in my digital planner. It's on my iPad and my Mac, like I said, and I can see things on my phone. I still use my iCalendar, like my Apple Calendar, and I do still use a planning, app called Trello. I keep a lot of my launch plans and product information in there. But I like to be able to write down all my notes and my ideas first before I plug everything into Trello. So I still use a Apple Calendar, Google Calendar, if that's what you use. But you can also use this calendar, this digital calendar, in conjunction with that. Okay, so I want to stop babbling here. And if you're interested to see how I incorporate iCalendar, Trello, even I use a client management software for my photography business called Tave, and I can show you how I put everything together. So when I open up my iCalendar, everything is there, from every single bit, from blogging to social media, my personal, both my businesses, everything all gets linked back into my iCalendar. Trello gets linked back into my iCalendar. So in the comments, if you want to see more planning for small businesses and what I do, let me know, because it's been something on my mind that I would consider sharing. Okay, so enough of that. I am going to turn the camera now down onto my iPad and show you guys what I created. One more thing. This digital planner, sorry, stumbling over my words here. This digital planner is already decorated for you. I don't know about you, but I just want to, like, I like the idea of having a pretty planner and decorating, and I've done that with like the stickers and that, but sometimes I just don't have time for that. So when I created this planner, it's all pretty already, and it's actually centered around my Winterberry collection. So if you've been looking at any of my home decor items, my Winterberry collection was like the biggest seller. People loved it. And so I just had this idea to center it around here. So then that's also centered around the gospel. So there's scripture in here. There's places to write out your own scripture for memorization. But okay, I can keep going on and on like this. So I am going to flip the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay guys, this is the cover of my Winterberry planner. I'm going to take you through it all. I'm going to show you how everything works, how everything is linked up, how easy it is to use. But first, I want to show you how to get it into Goodnotes. So once you purchase the digital planner on Etsy, you're going to get a PDF file that is going to give you instructions on how to download it, how to get it into Goodnotes, everything that you need to know. Save it in your files on your iPad. Okay, so I save everything in my iCloud Drive. You may have noticed that it went into recents or downloads, but I always choose where I want everything to go. Okay, so when you download it and you unzip your file, then you are going to have it in your files in iCloud. Sorry, I'm just repeating that so that everybody gets that. Okay, so I have located mine. It is right here. And so I'm going to click on it. Actually, now it opened up, and I am going to push that little arrow up there, and then you'll have options. So this is one way to get it in there. I'm also going to show you another way. Open in Goodnotes. So then you can import it to a current document, but you're going to actually say import to a new document, and then it's going to come up with options. I am not going to, I'm going to cancel because mine is already in here, as you can see. Okay, the other option that you have is when you are back in your main, whoops, sorry, hitting the wrong thing. When you're back in your main layout here, like where you can choose the things that you're using, you can actually hit new and then import. Then you are going to scroll to where it is. So on my iCloud Drive, and then you can find it in wherever you have saved it. This is mine here, and then I can, select that one and open. And now it's importing as a new document, and I already have it here, so I will end up deleting it, but I just want you to see how it works. Okay, if it would finish up here. So you can, now it was there and it's now opened up again. So I'm just going to close it because I already had it opened up for you guys. Okay. So you can see along the top here, we've got contents, year, quarters, notes to do, and then 3 of the 11 tabs. You'll see the rest of the tabs once we flip to the double page layout. And then you have all your months down here, and then you have your quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. I am really big into quarterly planning because it keeps me focused on tasks that need to happen. So I have given you a lot of quarterly planning pages. this one is blank. So I'm going to just kind of flip through and show you a couple things and how to put some stuff in. And I've got mine, I was testing mine out in the version before this. Couple tweaks in here for you guys. Okay, so you could slide to, well, you will just slide to the side here, or you can hit contents. Whoops, it's because I'm trying to not cover everything. So hit contents, it's going to jump to the contents page for you. And then if you want to go back to the welcome screen, you can. So cover, welcome screen, or you can hit contents and get there that way too. So here gives you all the information. You can put your name here, your business, whatever you'd like. If you want, you're going to click this link, and it's actually going to take you back to your PDF file that you got and where you downloaded your video from. And then it still gives you all that information. So you always have this. And you can download this planner as many times as you need for whatever reasons. Like, you will always have that file. And then if you want, you can skip over to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Pinterest from here. So all of these are links, and they will take you out to those pages. And if you want to email me, you can click here, and then it's gonna, you can hit yes. I'm gonna go no because we don't need to go into the email app right now. But then you can email me if you have any questions or if something's not working right. I am in the process of testing out Note Shelf, I believe. And so, but right now I can help you troubleshoot Goodnotes. But please, if you have any questions, I will do my best to find answers for you. So email me, comment on this video, anything. Okay, so from here, we could just scroll, or we can hit tables of contents. You will see everything here, and these are all clickable links. So even like if you wanted to go to the March cover, and then you could just scroll over, or if I want to go straight to March, I can go straight to March. When I'm in March, all of these are linked, so that's going to take me to March 2nd. If I click on this little calendar, actually, hold on, I don't want to get too far ahead. Let's go back to the month so I can explain everything here. So when you click on the date, it takes you to that date. If you want to see that week, just hit the weekly spread, and then it gives you options for planning out your week. Okay, let's just go back. If you click on March, it takes you to your quarterly plan. Where the fuzz is coming from. We will come back to that and chat about that some more. Okay, so, and as I was saying before, everything to me is all decorated, but I have made more stickers, more widgets that you can add in here, and you do get some free ones with this planner. And I will show all of that to you as well. Okay, so let's jump to the daily. So when you're in your daily, I like to have a time list right here. Just because sometimes I have to fit clients in, or I've got appointments, and then I want to block out time for tasks that I have to do. I've left you a space for your top 3 business tasks, adding some more, top 3 personal tasks, adding some more. You've got a water log down here, Bible, prayer, workout, and walk, checklists, notes and ideas. I tend to put my notes in the notes app, and we'll get to that, but I do jot them down here too. But you know what I actually have found myself using this for is my business tasks get so long. that I usually hop over here and finish filling them in. So I've made some different widgets that you could actually take and paste, like insert right over top of this, like another checklist if you wanted to. Or you could cover this and name it something completely different. And I'm going to show you all of that when we get into the stickers and widgets section. So I've left a spot here for scripture. So if you've got a scripture that you are memorizing or that you are meditating on that week, you can put it there. There's not a lot of blank space in here, but there is room if you wanted to add things. And of course, you can still decorate it up the way you'd like. So if I click on this little calendar right here, it takes me back to my monthly action goals, which I skipped over. I probably should have did that right after the month, but and in sequence, when you're at the calendar, your monthly action goals are right after it. So I like to write down from my quarterly planning, which I'm going to show you, what are my goals that I am doing this month? And then I break them down into weeks. I left a little note section here, and there's some scripture also on the bottom of the page. So I inserted scripture on some pages because I just want to be reminded that all that I do should be to the glory of God, and that it's not self-fulfilling, it is for Him. So that just helps remind me and keep me focused properly. So once you've got this filled in, if I want to skip over to week 1, I just click it. Like, everything is hyperlinked in here for you guys. So this will, because March 1st is a Wednesday, you will have your last 3 days of February in there. So I'm keeping everything dated for you. And then because there's that overlap, I've given you both February and March. So if I click on February, it'll take me back to my February monthly actions. Let's go back here. Okay, and I can also get back there by just weekly spread. So if I hit before I do that, you've got this week's projects, and I'm going to show you how I lasso my whatever I've got written down here and copy and paste it. You don't have to rewrite everything. I do a lot of copying and pasting. I actually do a lot of this on my computer. So if things aren't working exactly the way that they should, it's not the app, it's me, because I do a lot of this on my computer and it's slightly different. But you can still jump to dates. Okay, and then you are back to March 2nd. So let's go back to our contents here. If you click on notes, it's going to take you to the notes cover, and then just swipe and you've got notes. You can duplicate this page. So if I scroll, I'm at my to-do list. But if I need more notes, we are going to go to the 4 squares right here. Okay, it's highlighted the page that I'm on. There's a little arrow right here, and I can say duplicate, and it has duplicated a page right after. So now there's my cover page, notes, swipe, there's 1 page, there's 2 pages, and that doesn't affect your hyperlinks at all, and you can do that as many times as you need. Okay, let's go back to the contents. You don't always have to go back to the contents. Your notes is right here as well. We can go to do next instead of going to contents. And to do, I made it check boxes. And then with all the stickers and widgets that I've made, you can add whatever you need to in these. So, and if you want to change the name of it, I've included these little labels that you can paste right over top of this and then write your own name on it if you desire to do that. So you, like I said, you can copy and paste, duplicate these pages, sorry, as many times as you want. Year in advance shows you the entire year. I've broke it down into quarters, again, because quarterly planning is important to keep me on task. So if I hit quarter one, it's going to take me to my quarter one pages. I'm going to go back to my year. Whoops, hit the wrong thing. And go back to my year. And if I click January, it's going to take me to January's monthly action page, where I can enter in all my to-dos for January. Okay, so let's go back to the year. Whoops. And I made that too big. Double click and whoops, come on. There we go. All right. So the next thing that we're going to do, well, if you scroll, you get to the quarterly planning, or you can just, like I said, you can hit quarter one, or you can hit quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So you can duplicate these, and I do because I have many. Well, let me show you. Okay, so this is the planner that I've been playing around in. You'll be able to see all my things now. So this is the planner I've been using. A couple links aren't exact because I had to go back and tweak them. So that's why we're using the final version for you guys to see how this looks like. So I go in right after quarterly planning is a quarterly planning ideas. So I go in and I write all my stuff down. These will take you to your monthly planning. Click that, and that is going to take you back to the month, but let's go back to quarters. So quarterly planning, this is your quarterly planning ideas. You can also get to here from being in your contents as well. Swipe over and you get quarters at a glance here. So everything is dated for you. If I click on January 1, whoops. Oh yeah, see, that is probably one of the things that needs to be fixed here. So actually, or I just hit it wrong. I could have just hit it wrong. Let's go back. Quarterly planning, and yeah, the number, oh, you know what? No, it works. The one, I know now what to do differently when I make a different planner, but the number 1, you have to kind of hit it exactly. Otherwise it just flips to the page before you, because you can like do the, oh, here I was playing with some of the icons. So, okay, let's get back to quarters. So put all your ideas in. Then I like to put in some holidays, and I like to put in, like, I've got down here just to remind myself, these are big picture due dates. Like, what are my launches? What are my market dates? What are holidays? What are things that we're aiming for? So I can do that all through the quarters. And like I said, they jump to that quarter for you. So I've got quarter 1, and I have many things because staying on top of social media, break it down. What are notes and reminders? What are my action plans for that? My YouTube content. And then my markets, launching this planner, which has taken up most of my time. So then collections and launches, branding photography, because we need to, be preparing things like that too. And then sometimes after I get all my goals down, I realize that that's too much. So then I remind myself that I'm going to move it to the second quarter. And all I do is go in. Oh, you know what? I didn't show you that. So anybody who's not familiar with Goodnotes, if you have this blue bar up here and the pencil with the strike through, Now you're in editing mode. You click on that so that your tabs work. Your tabs don't work like this. However, I just found a shortcut, and if you long press on that, you can say open link, and it actually does it without having to turn that off. So that's kind of cool. I forget where it was. Oh, it was in quarter 1. So open link. That is cool. That's a cool shortcut. So branding photography, I decided it needs to be moved to the second quarter. I use the text to typing. So I got a text box there. I use my pen and move to second quarter. Sorry, my dog is barking. And sometimes it doesn't read my handwriting properly. So I gotta go in and fix it. And sometimes it's just easier to bring up this tiny little keyboard and to do it like that. Somebody's coming in the house, so that's why she's barking. Okay, so then it's done, and then I want to highlight it, and I've changed all my highlighting colors. You can do custom colors by putting in the hex code or using the wheel, and then once you get the color you want, you just hit the add button there. So I am just going to highlight. I'll use my yellow, and I changed my yellow, but this was just too obnoxious for me, so I changed it to this. So then I know when I'm doing my quarterly planning for the second quarter, these things have to be moved over because I can't possibly fit it all in one quarter. Okay, if you hit these, oh, wait a second. Oh, because I'm in the wrong thing. I'm like, wait a second, why are these not working? So now they have little highlight buttons on them. But if you hit that, it takes you to your monthly action plan. Okay. So I want to go back to quarters so you can see. So I duplicated a whole bunch of pages. Then I'm into quarter 2, which I haven't got anything written in there yet. But I start to plan out quarter 2 in March. And then I would copy and paste some of those items over. So for instance, branding photography. I could go and lasso, I don't know. All of this, copy. I'm going to go to quarter 2, and I'm going to, whoops, I always do that, and paste. And now it is there, and I can make it, whoops, as, see, sometimes that doesn't do what I want it to do. And these are now all individual. If I want to move them all at the same time, I'm going to have to lasso it. I don't know. I don't know why I stumble over that word. And then I can move them. And then when I'm done a task, so if I want to go back to my text, tap on it. Oops, that's not actually what I wanted to do. Double tap, just tap on it and then hit edit. And if that task is done, then I actually use the strike through. Oh, it's down here. I'm used to my computer when it's up there. And then I use the strike through. See, sorry guys. Okay, I'm gonna just hit backwards here and get that put back. This, on my computer, I don't need to highlight that, but on here, I need to highlight that. So I just forget sometimes which is which. So because that's not done, I'm actually going to do that. And I'm actually gonna just lasso this and delete it so that I'm not messing up my planner and don't know what I'm doing when I come back to it. Okay, so after quarterly planning, so we've go all the way through quarter 4. I've given you 2 pages for each quarter, so you just change it how you need to change it. Like duplicate more pages is what I mean, and put in there and have as many as you want. At the very end, you have your quarterly reviews. What I accomplished, what needs to be extended, what didn't work, what I learned. And if you click on that, it's going to take you back to your quarter. In the contents, you can get to all of those things. So here's your quarterly reviews. Go back to contents. You can still hit all of your quarterly action plans. There's your quarter 1 and 2 at a glance, which we had looked at. Everything is here. We went over notes and to-do list, but what we didn't go over is the tabs up top. So you have 11 tabs that you can customize, and I have included blogging templates for you. It's an insert and a projects template insert with this planner. I do have a YouTube one, a market planner, a collaboration planner, and a branding shoot planner. I've got all of those in here. And then I've done a meals and grocery list. I actually really like this one. So these are all linked 1 through 11. They're 1 through 11 up there. You can do you can just edit, get into your edit mode, and you can text. You can use your pen and just write on them as well, right? Like if this was, I don't know, we'll just call it blogging. I don't like my handwriting on here, so that's why I do it the other way. And I've got this at a navy writing at the moment. But if you don't want that, so let's just get rid of that. I like to use the text. I don't know why, but you have to click outside of this box, okay? You can then decide, oh, I want my size to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and then come down here and go outside of the box, write it in, and it's just automatically going to put that in there for you. That keyboard needs to be hidden. And then, whoops. Oh, come on. Okay. Pops it in there, and I just like to use my finger. So then it's right there, but I'm going to just delete it so that nothing is there. Okay. So if I click to, we can long hold, open link, meals and groceries. I've labeled it. I've made this is an extra insert to purchase separately, but it gives you a meal planner if you want that, and it goes all the way from Monday to Sunday. It's funny because when I plan my weeks and my days, I want it from Sunday to Saturday, but when I plan my meals, I want it Monday to Sunday. I don't know. It's kind of weird that way. So that's the way I made it. But it gave you spots for breakfast, lunch, supper, and what your snacks are going to be that day. And you can write it all in there. And I'm going to show you how to insert these as well. You can then have write your grocery list in. So I did it up in sections like fruits and veggies, pantry and spices, the fridge section, freezer section, meats, and miscellaneous, so that it's easy to know when you're in that section. I can get all of this instead of just the long list that I used to have, and I'd be back and forth all over the grocery store. And I don't need to have my iPad or anything with me. What I actually do is, you see this little arrow up here? I put export this page, and I, as an image, export it, text it to myself or my husband, and then we have the grocery list on our phone. You do get it to the 2-page spread, but I mean, it's easy enough. We just expand it and we can see it. So it's, I like that. That works well for us when we meal plan. I don't use this all the time because I do have another way that my meal plans are done for me. So I tend to not rewrite it in here, but some people need to write it down and want a meal planner, so I made you one. Okay, So where do we need to go next? I think that, well, let's just go to number 1, open link, blogging. This one comes with the planner. So what I've made for you here is a blog workflow. So for instance, I do not have this one all filled out, but I wanted to, sorry, I keep hitting that so then it pops up. Okay, but I wanted to at least show you how to use this. And I do use this, but I just made it so I only have some of the things figured out. I mean, on here, and this video and blog is already done. Anyhow, topic, category, what are my keywords? And then the format that your blog should be in is how I have written this out for you. So what's my title? And as an extra little bonus, if you flip to the next page, I actually gave you kind of like my cheat sheet blog format here. So it will tell you sorry, I should actually really take that off. Okay, title should be H1. You use an H1 once, and it needs to be your keywords. So I've kind of point formed all this for you. Your intro, you need to use your keywords, keep it short, and then I add a photo. You don't have to. This is how I do it. Heading number 1 is an H2. This, I don't know if it's all like this, but my blog is WordPress. So I'm sure that they're all like this. Use some of the keywords, if not all of them. And then if you have a subheading, use 1 to 2 keywords. And then that subheading would be like H3, 4, 5, or whatever you want. Content, keep it skimmable. And I put in like about 150 words. And then I add a photo. And so on. And it takes you all the way down. And after you've got your 3 main headings done and your content, what's your conclusion? Tells you summary, keywords, 75 to 100 words. What's your call to action? I put some ideas there you might be interested in. So then internal links to other posts. Just a few reminders like naming your photos with keywords, how long your post should be, your blog should be all together so that it's picked up better, for SEO on Google. So some tips, ideas list if you need that, sketches, photos, inspiration for that blog, but we'll go back here. And so all of what I just showed you is what you put in here. Notes and ideas, again, your conclusion, call to action you may be interested in. So then I plug all that stuff in here. And then I gave you a checklist of things that need to be done because most of my blogs are going to have, I'm going to need to make Pinterest graphics, photos, email copy, social media graphics, so on, right? If there's a video that's being made with it, what are my Pinterest keywords? What are my Instagram hashtags? Social media post schedule, how is that going to look? What posts are going out centered around this blog workflow? So I try to just keep it all right in one place. And if a person needed to add an extra page, you could. And then with some of the widgets and that I have, because I made these into some widgets for you. So if you need extra space, you can duplicate your page, have a blank spread like I showed you, and insert and make things yourself. And I am going to show you how to insert those things here in a little bit. I'm just going to quick show you a couple of the other inserts, and then we're going to move on to stickers. So I'm going to long hold on to open link, and then this is my YouTube workflow. And that is a separate purchase. This one's only 2 pages. And open link. So projects. So this is my project planning. This one is included. And then you can, I haven't got this one filled out yet. So I've been so busy making this planner that I haven't had time to actually do everything to show you, but I have got a weekend planned to get everything in here and get myself organized so I have no more stickies and lists all over the place. I need to have a drink of coffee here. Talking so much that I'm getting dry here. But anyhow, project planning. This could be for a handmade business like myself, or if you have a project for a client, you can use this as well. It depends on if you're sharing what that project that you're working on with a client. You might not need Pinterest keywords, Instagram hashtags, and social media, but I think that you would. I would typically say that any project that I'm working on for a client, I would want to share that and show you guys. So then I would do all the social media around that as well. It would end up being a blog post. It might end up being a YouTube video as well. Who knows? But it gives you all these ideas, things you might need to buy. What's your start date? What's the launch date? Action steps. So I like this mainly for my product launches. So I've got a new love collection coming out. And I know it's the end of February, but you know, we're to love all year long. So I've got that coming out here in a few weeks. So I would start writing what is my start date that I'm going to start designing, what's my launch date, so I know what I need to plan in my weeks. Supplies, maybe where I need to buy them, what are my action steps, what are my ideas centered around that, photos, ideas, graphics that I need to make. I have a checklist, and then again, the Pinterest keywords, hashtags, social media. Then I've given you sketches and photos and an ideas list because ideas are always popping up for me. So I like to have an ideas list. And then I can take those ideas and plunk them into quarter 1, 2, 3, or 4. These aren't linked because this is an insert that you've put in. So you would just have to copy and paste those and go put them into your quarters if that's what you desired to do. So I'm just going to show you something here, okay? So if I write on here, so let's just say pillows. I don't know why. That's just what popped into my head, okay? And let's say I want to copy that into my quarters. Go to your lasso tool, hold on it to bring this up. Click off of images, okay? Then you can lasso this and you can either delete it, copy it. So if I copy it, or I can move it around, okay? If this is checked and I go to do this and I want to move, and I want to move this around, I'm moving everything around because the insert is an image as well. So you just have to remember that when you're using your inserts and you want to move things around, just uncheck images right there, okay? I am going to show you how to insert this right away. We'll just scroll. I made a market planner because I have 6 anticipated markets this year that I will be in. So I want to be able to plan them out. And what I gave you guys a spot to sketch out your booth layout. I don't know, that's really important to me. I mean, I actually tape out my booth size and set it up in my photography studio. And, but in the meantime, if I've got to build other things, or I should say I've got to get my husband to build other things, I can sketch things out in here while I'm planning before I set things up. Product that I'm taking, supplies that I might need, some ideas, giveaways, or a draw, advertising, how is all that working? And I gave you some details to fill out there as well. Then if you're collaborating with people, I've got a friend who has a wonderful cupcake and cookie business, and so we're going to do some collaborating together. So then I would fill in her information here and all of her contact details. What are our action steps? What are our ideas? What is our social media looking like? So I've included these on every page because almost everything I do can be turned into marketing somehow, right? And as a small business, that is super important. You have a checklist here as well. And then branding. So I think it's really important, not just because I'm a photographer as well, but because I think it's important to have a good branding session and show who we are, what our product is, what our business is. And I think the best thing to do is to work with your photographer on that. But here's a planning page for you so you can keep yourself organized. You can talk to your photographer about different locations, your session date, obviously, what your vision is, photo ideas that you have for your website and social media, products or props you want to include, a vision board again, what to wear, branding colors, all of it. It's all in there. Okay, then we have got some blank pages. Okay. This one, I just labeled it as testing because I want to show you guys how to insert. Okay, so this is right after the page, cover page, sorry, stumbling over my words, that you can label anything you want, okay? So in order to insert, there's a couple different ways that you can do this. So the first way is you can load your images straight into your camera roll, okay? And then you could just click on them and then you can see that it's right here. This is this page. So I think this is the blogging one. So I'm gonna insert that in here. This looks like, whoops, that's the same one. Clicked on it twice. This is, it's the project planning is what we got in here. And I did design them so that these could label or line up for you. So sometimes you just have to do some, just some resizing. But that looks pretty good for now. Okay, so that's one way, okay? You could, and then if you hold this, this can come up. Oh, I was taking pictures of my cat. So, and then you could do them like this too. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. And I've got us a second page. I duplicated it. So then I'm going to show you. That's the best way to get them in there. Okay, so those are the two ways to do that. So you either just pull from your camera roll and insert it up there, or you can just kind of long hold and pull from there. Actually, just tap on it and it comes up. Okay, and then we'll insert it into there. And I did make them so that they would fit and not cover over your coils. And you can adjust it. Whoops. Sometimes it likes to be a little finicky and not go where I want it to go. Okay, it's not quite lined up there, but there we go. Okay, so the next thing is stickers and widgets. So widgets, they're basically stickers too. It's just like they're long lists and checklists and boxes. So to me, they're just a little bit different than a sticker, but essentially they are exactly the same thing. So again, you can insert them from your camera roll if you want to have them on your camera roll. So let's say you want that there. We could even go back to, let's say, March. Okay, so we want this in here. Going away. Well, I plan a retreat with one of my friends twice a year, so that's when it is happening. And I can show you exactly how I like to do this. So if I go to my weekly spread, you can see that at retreat, I'm going to make myself a list of things that I need to bring, but all of the stuff that I am doing. So, I really like that I found that little trick. Okay, so let's just go to a blank page here, okay? Your other option is to, well, I just clicked on that again, but so let's say you need some checklists. I made a bunch of these little flags. Some of them have little squares and hearts in them, and you can resize them however you want. You can make them longer. That will affect the shape of them. Of course, you can make them taller, or you can just keep the proportions right and use them like that. And you can like put them wherever. Maybe you want it someplace else. There is other labels that I made. I might not have put them in here like this, but let's say you want to add some more elements to this. So you can add more decoration in here. I have a whole sticker pack. You get a few of them with the planner, but I've got a whole sticker pack that includes them all. So those are some ways you can do it, but there's this elements feature up here. Okay, now this elements feature, so if you hold on it, it is going to show you the latest things that you just uploaded to it. And I have uploaded a couple of my floral elements, so I can put those in here. Okay. And if I wanted to, let's say, cover up this notes and ideas, maybe I want to use this color and cover it up, and then I can use my text. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see it. And I don't know, I don't even know where we're in a daily thing. Okay, so these are, maybe it's called more tasks. I'm writing down here because I touched the board and it went there. You see, sometimes my writing isn't that good, so then it doesn't actually type the right thing. Most times it gets it right on. Okay, so then you can just take it and move it up here. If you want the text to be different, you can change it here. If you want it to be bigger, you can change it here. If you want it to be a different color, you can change it here. Okay. If you want a video that goes more into detail on all these things, I can do that for you. Okay, so how do you get things into elements? So you can go here, you can import from, and then you can import from your files. So let's say I've got a Winterberry long list here. So I want to put it in. Oh, it didn't. Oops, sorry. Just hit the wrong thing. So let's just call this collection. I just made a new collection by accident. I'll show you how to add it into another one. Let's just call this lists. Okay, let's create it. So now if I scroll through the bottom, I've got a list collection. But if I want to add to this one, I can pull this up actually on the side here too, and drag and drop those right in there. Okay. I am new to this Elements. I have forgotten how to add to this. Let me just pause, figure it out, and I'll come back. Okay, I knew it was easy. I just had to remind myself. So I'm in here. I've labeled this one Winterberry. I made this Elements collection before. If I long hold on it, it gives me the option to edit it. So I can add photos. So if I decided I wanted to add this, and I can actually select a few of these. So I might as well get them all in there. You can even put your inserts in there too if you want. Okay, so I'm adding those. So it has now added in all these extra ones. And so I can hit done, and now they're all there. So let's say I want to put something completely different over here. I don't know, maybe I, for some reason, want a bigger month of March. I've given you the, well, I haven't given you in here, but I have made a whole collection of stickers, widgets for the months in case you want to add those in someplace. Okay, so let's see here. What else do we have? Maybe we want a new frame. Maybe I don't want this one here at all. So I could actually just come in and cover this completely up. I'm actually not entirely sure why it's not giving me the option to make this bigger. You know how it had the little tabs on the top and the sides. Like I said, sometimes I haven't used all the features with Goodnotes, so I'm not entirely sure why it's not doing that. But you can put this in here if you needed to. And if you wanted it to just be smaller, to have something like more on the side, you could do that too. You can put it anywhere. Maybe you don't have a whole bunch of appointments that day, but you've got a list of things that have to be done at those times. You can put it there. You can do whatever you'd like. Or what I really made these for was going into some of your extra pages. And if we wanted to, actually, let's go to that extra one that we made here, okay? If we needed more of these elements, we could put them in our sketching area, or we can go up here, and so I click those 4 squares, it brings up everything, it highlights the one that we're on, we click that, we hit duplicate, it gives me another one, okay? I don't need this, so I can edit and I can delete that. I can edit and delete, edit and delete, okay? But now what I'd like to do is make a page that works for me and what I might need for whatever project it is. So I'm going to make myself a to-do list. Okay. And then I might need to, let's see here. Did I add? Yeah, I added all these things in. So I've got myself an extra little box here that I might want to make some notes in. And let's give it a label. I gave you a bunch of different colored labels to use. Okay, and maybe you don't want the label like that. Maybe you want it to be a different color, so then we could delete it. Okay, and while we're doing this, I'm going to show you another way to bring these in. So we've been working on elements and our photos, in order to make these, to get these elements in here, okay? Stickers and widgets in here. So I'm going to delete this one, and we're going to pull up our Files app. We're going to drag it to the side. It's going to open up both of these for us. Can make this smaller. We're going to go into your files wherever you downloaded your stickers and inserts that came with the planner. And I'm going to just go to some different ones here. And so, because I want to show you how to bring them in. Oh, I wanted to show you how to bring in the labels. So stickers, because you get some of these labels with your planner, okay? Okay, so once you found them in your file folder, all you have to do is long tap and drag them in. And I like this way. Here is how you can, whoops, I just duplicated it. Let's just bring it in here. Let's move it over here. Now I can use the arrows on the side. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can actually function here. You can use, stop duplicating, the arrows. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got it over here. But let's say I want it longer. So now I can make it longer. I can make it smaller, but I want it the same size as this box, and I want it to be a little narrower. Voila. And you need to go back in and fix that baby up a wee bit, it's sometimes aggravating. I find if I pull it out and then I go back in a bit, it works. And it's not always, sometimes you just got to be persistent with it. And oh my goodness, it can be really challenging at times. Okay, it's not there, but I'm just, it's good. So then you can put your text in. Let's change the color to white, and we're going to put our text here, and this is going to be, I don't know, photos to take. Okay, and then you can move it. I could have made the, whoops, that was totally my fault. Like I said, I use my computer more, so it's not the app, it is me. And I am fine-tuning my skills in Goodnotes. But maybe I've got photos to take for something. So I don't know. My mind always goes there because I'm a photographer. So you can see different ways to insert stuff. I've got lots of, oops, those are all the stickers. Well, there's tons of icons that you can use. Like I was showing you in January where I was playing, I had inserted all these different icons. Oops, hit the image tool so that you can move these guys around and change them. You can very easily duplicate them, but I find if you make this bigger, it's easier to grab the arrow. But maybe I'm having pizza night. And like I say, I don't always decorate my planners, but maybe I need to sometimes. So I've got the label, maybe I've got something, oops, that is happening all across these days. Like this is a perfect way to then, you could put that label in there, write what you're doing on there. Maybe you've got office work you have to do in this time block. That was also something that I didn't mention before, but if you notice, like I've got time blocks in here. So I like this is morning when I work out, get into the Bible, breakfast, and then my morning block time, lunch, and then my afternoon block time, snack, another block time, supper, and evening. Sometimes my morning routine, whoops, I leave out and I start right here at like my work day. So then this would be snack in the morning, and then another morning block, lunch, afternoon block, snack, afternoon block, supper, and evening. You get that. So this works good. I don't always work in my weekdays. My weeks like this. Sometimes I prefer to work in the daily, so I gave you both. Okay, guys, I think that is probably it. I'm not entirely sure if there's other... Oh, I know. I wanted to show you how to insert a Goodnotes file. So this was the PNGs. This was putting them into your camera roll and elements. So if you have a Goodnotes file, let's just get rid of this. We can actually pull up a whole new Goodnotes. And then let's scroll down to, I think this one is it. So these are the stickers that you're going to get, the floral elements, and then you get all those labels. You get a frame box with some lines in it. You get another gradient box with lines in it. You get a checklist. I also give you all the hex codes down here for the coordinating colors so that you can make your own things as well. That's a whole different video, but you can actually make some stickers, widgets, all those kind of things right in Goodnotes yourself. But that will be another video if you guys want it. I've also given you a sample selection here of some checkbox flags, some appointment, booking, email, call, pay, bill, buy, do, reminders. I've given you days of the week in case you need to use them someplace, some medium checklists here, and then some icons to get you going, plus a couple extra little flags down here and an arrow. So with the Goodnotes file, it's super easy. Have your lasso tool selected, lasso it, hold, copy, bring it over here, paste. And then that's how you do it. Okay? I want rid of it. Edit. And and these guys are the individual ones. So you can lasso all three of them. These ones here are the ones that are all together. So copy. And, oh, I forgot you could actually do that. Okay. Can we just lasso it? And, whoops. Lasso. Yep, you don't even have to copy and paste. You can just do that and drag it. I don't think you can just drag it. No, you have to lasso it. So if you wanted all of those, you would do that. If you wanted them individually, then you would have to just lasso one of them. Gosh, it's small when it comes over, but edit, make it bigger so you can see that thing. Okay. All right. Boy, that was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. So I hope you made it this far. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay, guys, I just switched back so you could see me and just not my hands. So this was obviously a little longer than I wanted. All my videos always are. So I hope you've stuck with me through that. I welcome any feedback and questions from you about this, as this is my very first digital planner and I made it big. Why start small? I seem to go big. So let me know if there's other things you would like to see, because this is something that I plan on doing. I've got more planners in the works. I've even got some more simplified planners. And then I will make more seasonal stickers and that. This is slow. It's not happening all at once, but I just want you to know there's things in the works in case you want to decorate your own planner. And if you don't like a 2-page spread, and maybe you want a vertical layout, feel free to let me know that too. So like I said, I've got lots of ideas in the books. You can see Forrest sitting there. He was sleeping there the whole time. Okay, one other thing I wanted to share with you just quick, and then I'm going to let you go. If you like the idea of working on your computer, but you just have your iPad with Goodnotes on, maybe you have a Windows computer and Goodnotes doesn't go on there, but you do have an iPad, I have found, and I'm going to link this for you, this cute little Logitech keyboard that actually is meant to hook up to your iPad. It can actually hook up to your phone as well, and a matching mouse that works with it. It works flawlessly, you guys. I will set my iPad up and this keyboard and this mouse and use it just like my computer. And it's so easy. I mean, I love my Apple Pencil and that, but sometimes I just want a keyboard. So that I will link that below, because for me and my business, when I'm trying to get things done quickly, I don't want the hassle of trying to navigate my pencil some days. It's easy, it is, but I'm a keyboard girl. So unless I'm like note-taking, then I really like my pen. So anyhow, I could chat for a long time and babble, but I'm gonna let you go, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for being with me. Bye.